I like this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, my wifey's pastor tells me all the time he likes what he hears. When I met him, I had only been writing for a couple of years, so the message wasn't really as clear. He told me to pray about my direction and promised I would be steered. I found myself being...
Hi, Terrio Jenkins here. Welcome to my channel where we are learning about screenwriting. And today we're going to go over setting up our tabs. So in a screenplay, you typically have your dialogue, character cues, parentheticals if you are a fan of using them, and then there's your narrative line and your slug lines. Typically speaking, a screenplay is really made out of three elements. That would be your scene heading, as you can see I have written out here, your action line or narrative line. That's where you describe to the director and for the actors to know what is actually happening. You can think of it kind of like prose, but everything has to be active verbs. No, in film screenplays, you don't want to tell what the emotion is. You want to show what the emotion is. So you can't say character A is crying. You have to say character A drops to her knees and hugs somebody, tears flow down. So that's your second element is your action lines. And then your third element is your character cue. And with the character cue comes the parentheticals and the dialogue. And all those, except for the scene, except for the slug line and the action line, everything has a specific tab. So as you can see here, I pull up the ruler in Final Draft. So if you have Final Draft, this is already done for you, just like the margins are. So our margins 1.5, 0.5 from the right, 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the bottom. For final, now in Microsoft Word, we actually have to go over for our dialogue line. We need to go over to we need a tab of 2.5. Our parentheticals need to be 3.1. And our character cue is 3.7. So let's head over to Microsoft Word for those screenwriters who may not have Final Draft. Ooh, magic. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to open up that margin template that we made last week. If you didn't make it last week, real quick, you're going to open up your document. You want to go to Layout, Margins, Custom Margins. Ooh, I'm in the wrong document. And good practice stuff. So again, you want to make sure that the top is 1, bottom is 1, left is 1.5. Oh no, I'm in the right document. Whew. And the right 0.5. Once you have that set, you want to hit OK. And then you should save your template. Save it, because we're building our screenplay from scratch, and you don't want to have to go and do this all over again. All right, so let's get into our tabs. Now, to set up the tabs, you need to go to Format, Style, and then you're going to click New. For the name, we're going to call this Dialogue. And I'm going to put mine in all caps. You're going to go to down here to the pop-up window. You're going to go to paragraph. In paragraph, for the indentations, we're going to put in 2.5. And then from the right, we're going to want 1.0. Click OK. Click OK. And then you want to hit apply. So now we have our dialogue set up. Oh, that's weird. He didn't do that in the preview. Oh, there we go. All right, so in our document, we will have our scene heading or slug line. And then we will have our narrative. Line and or action line is what you might hear it called sometimes. And now we have our dialogue. It seems a little far off. Oh, I know why. It doesn't need to be 2.5 because we already have the 0.5. So what I need to do, and this is why we're doing it live, so you can see how to fix your mistakes. So we're going to click on dialogue here. Go to home. And right here, we see dialogue. What we want to do is right click, modify. We're going to go back into paragraphs, and we're actually going to make that 1. We want to make it, it's already 1.5 coming from the left. It's supposed to be 2. So you want to make it 1.0. Sorry, I should be wearing my glasses, but there's a glare, and until I watch videos on how to fix it, I'm not going to be able to read. All right, so now we have our dialogue set up. And it looks pretty close. Like if I delete narrative, it's about the same. We want to make sure that the font is on Courier and that the size is 12. And we want to make sure we're spelling things correctly because we are writers. So now that we have the dialogue set up, it's time for our parentheticals. So same process, you go to format. You're going to go to style. You're going to go to new. Again, I'm going to put my title in all caps. I'm going to click OK. You're gonna go to your pop-up window, paragraphs, and for the parentheticals, it's supposed to go over 3.1, but we're not going to do 3.1. We're going to make sure that it is 16 spaces from the left margin. So that is 1.6. So we want to do 1.6 inches. We're going to keep 1 for the right. Press OK. OK, and apply. So now when I press enter, it's still in the dialog format. That's fine. All you have to do is click parentheticals. You got to highlight. And that's your parentheticals. Highlight dialog, and then we're going to hit dialog. So now we're going to press enter, and now we're going to do our character key. We're going to highlight character key, format, style, new, and character key. Then we're going to do paragraph. And we want to make sure that this is 22 spaces from the left margin. So that is 2.2. 1 inch margin from the right. Click OK. OK. Apply. And now we have our character cue. If I want to go back to writing my slug line, I just got to go into my gallery here and press normal. Scene heading 2. And the same thing for my action lines. Scene headings are always your slug lines. We'll go over this later, but just to give you a preview, those are always going to be in all caps. Your narrative / action lines are regular. So now if I want to do my character speaking, character always goes first. I can choose character, all caps, and then I can choose dialogue. My name is Terrio, and welcome to my tutorial. And because we have it formatted this way, even when you go on with the dialogue, this means you did it right. It won't go to the beginning of the document. It will go to where we started our tab at. If you want to throw in your parentheticals in there, Ryan, highlight, and you choose parenthetical. And when we compare it to over here, we see that it lines up the right way. So that's it. That is how you set up your tabs in Microsoft Word. If you don't have Final Draft, if you need somebody to format your script, you wrote your script in Microsoft Word, but you know it has to be formatted correctly, you can't afford the software, head over to www.terriojenkins.com because I will format it for you. Just click services and it will take you to my services page where I offer formatting scripts for writers who don't have Final Draft. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. If it does, which I'm hoping, I really hope it does help. I know this is the boring stuff, but this is the stuff that you're going to be a great screenwriter, which is what I want to be, and which is what you aspire to be, because you want to be watching this video. Otherwise, we have to learn the basics, and we have to learn the boring stuff. Although I have to admit, making this video, I thought it was boring, and it actually turned out to be pretty fun. So, but I hope it really helps. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell to be notified of the next tutorial video. And give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I can improve on. Like I said in the last video, be nice. I will mute you. I will block you, whatever you do on YouTube to stop negative comments. I'm all for constructive criticism. Just be respectful. Until next time, I'm Terrio Jenkins, and always be terrific.
All the credit you deserve when I ride, yeah. When they ask me who you are, that's when I know that I've gotta tell the news. Only one direction, I just point them all to you. When I ride, my homie tells me I'm his favorite artist, I just laugh it off. He said I've never known you ever to play around or be slacking off. He tells me, bro, you got a gift, you gotta use it. Think about your influence and know that you're introducing to the Christ, to the light, to the Father Almighty. Think they getting that from Nike, bro, that's highly unlikely. You don't think you'll make a change, bro, you're highly mistaken. Even if it's just one pair of eyes that are wide and awakened. Never put down the pen, keep your hand on the pad. Never optimize the plan and compromises the brand. Christ first, wife second, don't you think about what's last. Always recognize the power that your sanity has. But you gotta stay creative, gotta keep creating. Take your time with your craft, don't worry about who's waiting. Yeah, know that what you're doing can all be for his delight. No matter how big or bright, I just know you'll let it shine when you write. I'm not a wordsmith, you bless me with the words. I am here to give you all the credit you deserve. When I ride, yeah. When they ask me who you are, that's when I know that I've gotta tell the news. Only one direction, I just point them all to you. When I ride